Hello students, welcome to VTU Guru. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಟು ಐಒಟಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ವೈಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್, ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ದ ಕೋರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಹೌ ಐಒಟಿ ಡಿಫರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ M2M, CPS and WOT system. Describe the key enablers of the IoT ecosystem and explain the complex relationship among them. Using a diagram, explain the 7-layer OSI reference model. Define and differentiate the following terms: M2M, CPS, IoE and IoTW. Trace the major technological advancements that contributed to the evolution of IoT. Explain how IoT systems are distinct from M2M systems in terms of architecture and purpose. With appropriate sketches, describe various network topologies used in communication networks. Next, model 2. Discuss the classification of sensor based on environmental and physical sensing parameters. Next question. Using a block diagram, describe the internal components of a typical IoT sensor node. Compare sensors, actuators and transducers and highlight their key differences. Describe the general purpose of sensing with suitable illustration. What features are expected in actuators used for IoT applications? Explain. Elaborate on the different types of sensors classified according to the sensing medium. Explain how actuator characteristics influence their selection for IoT applications. Identify and explain the factors that influence deviations in sensor response. Next, model 3. Explain with diagrams the architecture of two types of offsite data processing topologies. Describe the role of processing in IoT and explain its relevance with examples. Illustrate the three main parts involved in the data offloading process. Next question. Explain the types of data found in IoT applications based on specific use cases. Using a block diagram, explain on-site processing topology and state one advantage. What factors should be considered when selecting a processor for an IoT sensor node? Illustrate various data processing topologies in IoT using detailed sketches. Explain briefly the data formats commonly handled in an IoT environment. Next, model 4. Define cloud computing and discuss its benefits in modern computing applications. Describe the different virtualization types used in cloud-based systems. Explain in detail the key ideas behind virtualization and its impact on cloud performance. With the block diagram, describe the structure of a sensor cloud platform. Explain the different categories of cloud simulation and provide a short description of each. Next question. Define virtualization and explain its usefulness for both service providers and users. Discuss the significance of service level agreements and the typical SLA metrics. Describe the essential concepts behind cloud computing and how virtualization improves efficiency. Last model, model 5. Explain with a diagram the architectural framework of vehicular IoT systems. Write a brief overview of the ambulance architecture used in healthcare IoT. Describe the various applications and benefits of IoT in the transportation sector. Discuss the role of IoT in building smarter and more efficient transportation systems. Illustrate a smart transportation system scenario involving crime detection and assistance. With a diagram, describe the component-wise layout of vehicular IoT. Explain the architecture and functioning of a typical healthcare IoT system using a block diagram. Next question. List and explain the functional units that make up vehicular IoT. Okay students, 5 module complete ಆಯಿತು. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್.